Assalamu alaikum. I still can't remember to get myself unmuted. But Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to yet another podcast of our first week done and in the books. I have my co-hosts, my trusty sidekicks. I don't know what you want to call them, but the big, the bad, never to be silenced, Faisal Mehboob. Mr. Mehboob, welcome, sir.
Salam, everyone.
And the fresh face, the young face, the Mr. leading goal scorer on our point getter on his team in the summer and about to step up. He's just waiting for his time to shine. Mr. Abdul Aziz Khan. Assalamu alaikum,
Salam.
Abdul.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, boys.
Oh, man. Okay. So we got week 1 week in the books. We got, of course, right away, we got Habibi in the chat just saying shout outs to everyone. And we got Abdullah Patel just saying salam as well. So, salamu alaikum. And before we get too far into this and you know, with the festivities and recapping the games and, of course, giving the congrats to players who are due for them, we do have a little bit of a serious note that we want to address and some of the gameplay and demeanor, or let's say, that happened in the first in the games. So, Faisal, as a member of the OC, I would like to turn this time over to you, and please have it, brother.
Okay, first of all, salam, everyone. Zaid Maju, shalom to the Gujarati speaking people, Kemcho, Majamache, and the Punjabi and Urdu speaking Pakistan Zindabad. All right, so let's get started. I want to be a little serious here. One thing is, this is a brotherhood league. We have a duty to each other to be respectful to the other players, respectful to the other league, respectful to the game. I don't want to see anyone disrespecting other players, talking about fights outside in the parking lot, or squaring up in the rink. I promise you, those kind of actions will not be tolerated. And if you are displaying aggression like that during the game or after the game or around the rink and we catch it, we will take serious action. Like, it's uncalled for. It's not what we are looking for from our league. So please respect each other. It's a physical game. I get it. We all get it. We're gonna play physical, but at the end of the day, leave it in the rink. That's it. And also, don't disrespect other players and teams. I'm not going to call out specifics, but you know what happened. We all saw it. I'm not going to put it on blast here. Don't do it. And like I said before, it's not going to be tolerated. We will come down with a heavy hand on it if we see it happen this week or moving forward. So that's all I want to say to that. And let's move on.
I think one thing, Faisal, is you know, we did see it throughout some of the games, not just one game. It was not an isolated incident. Guys, gentlemen, we are not YCBHL. We're not GTBHL. We're not going to make the NHL. We're not going to make World Ball Hockey Championships. We're here because of brotherhood that unites us all, because of our religion that unites us, and we're here to play a game. We all have work and families to go home to that night, tomorrow morning. Let's respect that. And like Faisal said, let's just leave it on the floor. But again, keep it clean. My GM just immediately also said it. It's like, listen, I don't want any of that business to happen. So don't even do it. Don't even think about it. And one way or another, it's gonna, the hammer's gonna come down. So just please keep it clean. Okay. So that being said, we're gonna jump into our week 1 recap. First of all, we had first game. I'm just making sure that I have it all correct because, of course, got to shake the cobwebs off. So we had Ikhlas versus Taqwa for game 1, and Ikhlas won for one pretty strong finish. We had Tahir Bangash as first star, Ridwan Ali, and Muhammad Ali Kasantini as the third star. So, Faisal, you were playing in that game, so I want to hand it off to you. What are your thoughts? What did you see? And then Abdulaziz, I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, first off, we saw the GMs of Taqwa, Asabika, show up dressed like a grade 5 student, going to first day of school, and it's picture day, looking all slick and good. And then let's see here. We had Casantini there, one of my favorite guys. What else? Vika showed up with his whole Donland squad. Uh, the game itself, you know what? I hate to say this about our team, but I really liked what I saw. Like the team was fantastic. Young players. These guys were fast. They played with a lot of skill. They played moved the ball, a lot of speed, a lot of speed. One of the goals that I do want to talk about is Yusuf Zaidi's goal. I think he like deked out Duckwa twice and then scored. Like it was beautiful. So that's a little bit what I gotta say. The only disappointing factor is we allowed Casantini to score. That's the only negative knock there. But Casantini was cherry picking at the blue line. Hey guys, pass to me, and got a goal. So that was the only negative. Other than that, uh, I I really enjoyed my team.
Now, Abdulaziz, can we get an impartial view of what happened and what went on?
Yeah, I mean, I think in this game, the biggest thing that I saw was the chemistry of the Dynamo kids. That definitely played a factor. I know Taqwa does have pieces of the previous season's championship squad together, but that Dynamo chemistry was pretty off the charts. They were hitting each other on the wings. They knew where each other they were like where they were in the zone. So they were kind of running around circles around Taqwa, in my opinion. And yeah, like Foster said, the legs really on that Ikhlas team. There's so many, and they have so much like a burst of speed. So they played very well, and they were really controlling the tempo of that game, and Taqwa just couldn't keep up. And I think that stems from the fact that Ikhlas, I'm pretty sure, had two centers they were running, and they were still running circles around the Taqwa team. So which was pretty
Yeah,
surprising. So
we're missing a couple of players.
yeah,
We're missing
exactly.
uh, Rizwan Malik and Omar Malik. I think they were picking up more Maliks from the airport. And we're missing Hussein Hamad, who was apparently being a diva.
Yeah. So there you go. Just I know Khizr Qureshi, shout out to him. He stepped up massively in that being that second center for the team and played really good for his Iceland debut. But yeah, I think it was just legs and the Dynamo chemistry that got them that W.
Yeah, no doubt. Especially when in the first 5 minutes, Ikhlas went up to nothing, and I think again with sorry, they started scoring in the first 5 minutes and then went up to nothing right away, like just to end the first period. So it was pretty exciting. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. It was a 3-1 going into the second period. My bad. So that was just one-sided affair for a long. I guess after a bit, Taqwa found the Donlands guys really played well. You could definitely see some chemistry happening there, and inshallah they'll be coming back strong. But Adnan Mir also just shouting out that Ikhlas was on fire, and
Yo,
Faisal, you're on
Adnan played
fire.
it. Adnan was he was great on D. Like he was playing that role very well. Like okay, from when he started playing with us at Islam, and he's worked up his cardio. The guy, his game has changed. Like I'm happy he's on my team. I like this guy.
Yeah, yeah, he is a solid player. Now going into second game, this is the game I played in. Final score was 7-3. First star is Dawood Siddiqui with 3 goals, 1 assist. Then Yusuf Siddiqui, and then finally to round it out, Ahmed Ibrahim with his first goal of the season. Um, Abdulaziz, I'm going to let you kind of cut into this game and break it down for us, please.
Yeah, so for this game, I saw the first period of the game basically, and then I had to start go get changed as well for my game. But essentially, what I saw was Yakin running circles around Sabr. Sabr barely had possession in this game, in my opinion, when I was watching it, and they were just collapsing on the defense. Even though, in my opinion, on book they have one of the strongest defense. Now I know Sabr was missing a few key players on their team that bolstered that defense, but still to let the plays that I saw where Yakin was getting like 2-on-1s with Dawood and that Siddiqui line, just coming in and getting such high percentage chances that they were obviously burying was very shocking. And also it kind of sets the standard that Yakin's team is very talented. So they definitely are that contender team already looking like it very early in the season.
Of course, Ahmed Ibrahim always trust the process. Trust the process. Now, Foster, I don't know if you were able to get out of the change room, and did you have your shower, or did you see the game? Were you able to see any of it, or?
Yeah. So I'm gonna present this game in a Quentin Tarantino fashion, back from the end back to the front. All right. First off, I was standing around with a couple of the OGs there, Dilawar Alvi and Shoaib Bhatti. We're talking, our after game remedies, where we're using Bengay, Rub A535, or Icy Hot. How do we get those muscles nice and loosened up for the next couple of days? And Zoo walks over and he's like, "Yo, we just got spanked." And I'm like, "Bro, chill. We're talking hockey." And then I had to walk away from that. I'm like, where do I go with this? Anyway, let's turn to the game. We had, I just saw, I actually saw a few of the goals, and I saw you let in. That's you, Zaid. You let in like a weak one there.
Which one?
It was just like, bro, that was horrible. You're
Which
like
one?
standing around, like your arm up on the crossbar, and like a ball comes your way, and I was like, oh.
Well, if we're talking about
The other thing,
Habibi's goal, definitely like that one. After it went off the post, it just caught me by surprise. I'm trying to collect myself, and then Habibi just turns and fires. But yeah, I definitely have some work cut out for me,
so
man.
here's the other thing: you cannot let Habibi score. I don't want to have to listen to it for 2 hours straight over Shisha on how he scored and talk about him trusting the process. 2 hours of him talking about that goal. That's torture, bro. Please stop those. Do not let him score. All right. So that's that. But I did. I ran into Naeem Shah after the game. Asked him, how his game was, and Naeem was talking with Farouk Daya. So I rolled up on him. He was telling him like they were discussing hair care products. They're like, hey, what shampoo or hair conditioner do you use? What brings out the silk and shiny smoothness in your hair? Like, the conditioner. And Naeem was telling him, you got to lather, rinse, and repeat. You got to lather, rinse, and repeat. And I was like, bro, I walked in the wrong conversation here. Like, what are you guys doing? I asked Naeem, hey, yo, after the game, you want to come out and chill? And he was like, he didn't come out. I think he's still at the rink. Lather, rinse, and repeating. That's
Yeah,
all.
I can confirm Naeem stayed till the 11 o'clock game finished.
Probably shower, lather, rinse, and repeating.
Oh man. Okay. Well, statistically, what I'll break down for you is Yakin was strong out of the gate, scored 4 goals, 4 unanswered goals in the first period, and then it went back and forth in the second period. But definitely, the stats prove it that Maju, Yakin's goalie, myself, has to do much better, regardless of a screen or not. Just making sure the body's in the way to make that save. Now, jumping into the next game, Abdullah put Foster on every podcast. He is on every podcast. We're making sure of this. It's just his stories are, remind me of a man with dementia. But anyways, going into the next, going into
dementia, bro. I remember details. That's not dementia. That's attention to detail.
It's fabrication. Okay, good to know. Anyways, we got a third game. So Haya versus Iman. Now, this was just a high-flying affair. First star 3-3 final score. First star Hussein Malik. Second star Huzaifa Mandra. Third star Akib Malik. Now I have to say, Hussein Malik stepped up big time after being called out on the draft show that he's not producing, that he's too much of hype and getting drafted early. So Hussein, I got to give it up to you. Much respect that you put up. I think it was 2 goals, 1 assist. I just hope you can continue to keep up such a stellar performance to the rest of the season. That's what a high draft pick brings you. So that being said, inshallah you will. And I missed half of this game, but Abdulaziz, you were playing in it, and Faisal saw most of it. So well, from what he saw and maybe what he remembers. But Abdulaziz, go ahead and break it down for us, bud.
Yeah, so this game, definitely we came out of the gate swinging. We got up to a nice 3-1 lead in the first and the early second period. And I think then we got too comfortable with that 3-1 lead. What happened was we made some bad defensive plays, and our wingers weren't at the boards when we tried to wrap it, and that just led to the chances for the comeback by Iman. And I'll give a shout out to Hamza Ali on Iman. He had a really nice goal where he tapped it in with the really good hand-eye coordination. Ball was in the air and he just tapped it in. It was, I was like, oh wow, that was really, really nice goal. But I think overall we did well. We're trying to mesh still as a team. Find the chemistry between all of us, and we were also short. So we were missing our first round and a few other players on our team. So overall, it was, I would say it was a decent game. Obviously, it could have been much better. I wish we had gotten the W, but like they say in hockey, 3-1, 4-1 leads are the worst leads to have.
Yeah, for sure. It was like Abdullah Patel just said. It was a 3-1 lead after 1, and Iman just found a way to bring it back. They definitely moved some of their forwards back to defense, and like Huzaifa dropped back to defense and pushed some of the defensive guys up, so they were able to stabilize their decor. But Faisal, you saw, I think, the whole game, right? So what did you see out there?
I saw pretty much the whole game. Yeah, you're right. First off, it was nice to see Huzaifa Mandra being the good babysitter that he is. Brought the whole family, had his kid at the rink with him. Glad to have him back as a GM. He scored a goal, and I think during the intermission, he made a baby formula bottle and then came back. So good on him, bringing the whole family along. We like to see that. We want to see people bring their families. We want families at the arena. It makes it exciting for all the players. So we really enjoyed that. I got to say this. I thought Haya's goalie was kind of weak, because if you look at the score sheet, there was it was 30-15, so 2-1 shots, and Iman had 3 goals. So was there something wrong with Hamza Butt? I don't know. I mean, 3 goals on 15 shots. It's not a good look. I mean,
so
was there something going on there? I don't know.
Well, what I will say on that for sure is no one was going to stop the Hamza Ali goal, which was just floating in the air on the side, and
that was a sick goal. I saw that. That was just straight up dirty. I mean, the ball was in the air, boom, good hand-eye coordination, and right into the net. That was amazing. I mean, Hamza Ali's on fire. Guy comes back. I didn't see him play in the summer. I'm not sure can't remember if he was there in the winter or not. I don't think so. Guy
2 goals in his first game.
2 goals first game.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
And then Huzaifa Mandra's point blast too. That was he's got usually a seeing eye ball like Omar Asawi. It turns and moves. So I don't know how much he saw of that, but you're right. Statistically, it's not there.
Still, I mean, 3 goals on 15 shots. That's what I see on the score sheet. That's not good. I mean, Haya might need to look into that. I mean, they were missing their number 1 pick for whatever reason. He's being a diva. But look, we got a diva on our team too. Hey, Luke, want to make a trade for Tayyip Kaler for Hamad Hussein or Hussein Hamad? They're both on the block, both divas.
Oh man, where are you getting this
I'm just
information?
tossing it out there. I'm just putting it. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just look. And Iman was missing Arif Khan and Saqib Kokar. Arif Khan on load management, Saqib Kokar on the chicken fry.
Softball management.
So whatever it is, man, these guys were missing. So
But
now we
yeah,
need to
I think
yeah.
Kokar was their
Okay.
third round or second round pick, or third round pick, and that makes a huge difference. But I think they were also missing Ali Jawad Thurbai, who was their second round pick. So that's another big miss. Now I don't know who this person is, but then shout out for Arsal Shahabuddin making his return to Iceland.
Yeah, during his time off, he was seen practicing at ISNA pickup, just loosening up, getting in his practice, only to tear up Islam again. So welcome back, Arsal.
Now our third game of the night was Ihsan versus
Yep.
Ridha.
Yo, is this
And
DC's game?
yes,
Yeah,
it is DC's game, and he is
Yo,
in the
this guy was
chat.
there from like 7:30 scouting. He was there checking the rink level, seeing if where the dips are, if any. He was on the boards, touching them, feeling, see if there's any dead spots on the backboards.
Was he cleaning spots, anything like that, to make sure that he had a clean shot?
Listen, I was there. I went back to go change because I had an 8 o'clock game, but I think DC he was there literally inspecting everything and scouting the whole night.
Of course, that's what DC
Bro.
does. DC is DC, man. But so we got
This
Ihsan
game
and
this game was a snooze fest. I left early.
Ihsan and Ridha
Here, you
3-3
hold on. You guys
final.
talk about it.
we had Omar Masood Khan as the first star, Dawood Siamber as the second star, and Umar Farouk Daya as third star. Now, Abdulaziz, you were here for the whole night, so
Yeah.
do you want to give us your insightful breakdown?
This game, Ihsan looked very strong, and again, now you have Wadi and DC and Rizzi, three Greenbirds that play together pretty frequently, playing together on the same team at Islam, so they looked very comfortable with one another. And then you also have Wasim Vauda in the mix there too. That's their number one pick. So they were controlling the tempo for a good amount of the game, gaining the zone and getting good shots on Ridha's goalie, who is Yusuf Kapoor, and he played phenomenal. He had some crazy saves, in my opinion. He made one save where he literally did the splits and went cross crease and shut the door. So shout out Yusuf Kapoor for holding that team in. But definitely, in my opinion, actually, it was the most entertaining game of the night. I don't know why Foster was saying it was a snooze fest, but again, it
The
was the
most exciting
same.
part of this game. The most exciting part of this game is that it ended.
No, I mean, you might have gone. You might have gone, but you missed a penalty shot that Altaf had a chance to bury, where he took a penalty on a breakaway and he had a penalty shot that was recorded, and unfortunately he couldn't bury it. And then he
He
proceeded to play.
lost it. He lost it on
Yeah, he
the
lost the
walk up on the
handle.
deep. Yeah.
Exactly, he lost the handle right as you look for the move or the dangle to go look for the shot. But yeah, it was very entertaining. And then, but overall, Ihsan just looks to me that they've already have that underlying chemistry, which understandable because obviously that team is that familiarity team. You have Sani, Rizzi, who Sani also scored. You have Rizzi, Dawood, Wadi, all these guys that have played years together. So, it was expected, but for it to be a 3-3 game and for it to be so tight, it was still very surprising. But I think Yusuf Kapoor held it down. Ridha had opportunities to finish, really bury the game and get that win, and they just couldn't capitalize. But Ridha also looks very, very good, in my opinion.
I'm just trying to figure out
Well,
who other than Omar Masood Khan had the goals, and they actually had a bunch of spread ones.
so I can say this: Ali Wadi came up to me before the game, putting on his Terrell Owens impression, like, "Yo, what do you have against DC? That's my co-GM. What do you got against him? That's my co-GM." I was like, "Yo, chill, buddy. It's all good. DC's my boy. I like him. Yo, DC all the way. Don't forget to join his fan club.
When are you going to make that Facebook fan club? That's what everyone wants to
It's
know.
already there, bro. It's
Oh,
already
okay,
there.
okay. Just
By
gotta
invite
find
only. You want in?
it. And we got Abdullah Patel letting us know that Riz, Wadi, and Wasim played together on Ridha 2020 in fall 22. So there is some connection happening there.
They've been playing together for like the past 15 years. Greenberg.
Yeah, actually, Abdullah raised a good
Wasim's
point.
only
And
like
I think
20.
and I think DC put his Greenbird's jersey on. Am I right?
His shorts, Greenberg shorts for sure.
Ah, okay. Keep your gazes up.
Well, that being said, now we have, of course, our Hoopo Player of the Week. We have from Team Yakin, old jersey, old photo, but from Team Yakin, Dawood Siddiqui at, again, racking up 3 goals, 1 assist. So inshallah, he can continue that tear on so that we get the W. But of course, I still got to do work. But looking forward to tomorrow, we have 4 games on the schedule, as always. We have DC and Crew, or DC and I don't know what you want to say, starting up against Subber. So the old men, I guess the old versus the young. I don't know what's going on there, but Faisal, why don't you start us off,
Wait,
man?
we got away from the POW.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
My one
Let's go back.
comment.
Yeah.
So here's a question for DC. I think at the draft time, he was like, I asked him, "Yo, why'd you trade away this guy?" And he was like, some to the effect of, "Oh, you'll see." Boy, did you show us trading away the POW week 1? Boy, you got us. What was the logic behind that, bro?
He wanted Sani and Rizzi.
What?
He wanted to renew the 8-year contracts for Sani and Rizzi. So he used Dawood and his brother,
My
as trade
God.
bait.
Yeah, trading away the POW. Boo. This,
Well, yeah,
that's crazy.
that's 3 goals off
We'll
their
see what
block.
happens
So
year 2.
yeah, no,
We'll see
for
what happens
sure.
week 2.
And week 2 starts, well, Ihsan starts us off against Subber. So a little bit of the grumpy old men from Subber. However, their big bright spot of last week, which I did forget to address, was the line of Hamoudi and what was it? Hamoudi, Abdullahi, and Ahmed Ibrahim, which was their lockdown line. They actually got, I think, two of the goals. And they were, I think, the hardest hustling line that they had. So definitely a big bright spot, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to carry them. But Sabr does need their D-men to show up. Now on the other side, I think Ihsan, we have DC, we have Ali Wadi, and we have Wasim Vauda that could just tear it open at any moment. But Abdulaziz, why don't you give us a breakdown and what you think might happen?
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry to Arsenal. He is the summer goalie, but I think this is going to be a one-sided affair with Ihsan. They're just going to carry in with that chemistry that they already have with Wasim Vauda, Rizzi, Sani, Aliwadi, Siamber, and they might blow Sabr out again. And it really depends on who comes for Sabr in terms of their D, but whoever comes, regardless, even if their whole roster shows up.
Hold on. Versal last week, he was apparently sick. He had a bit of a flu. He thought he was Michael Jordan showing up with his flu and he could carry the game. It's like, yo, buddy, stick your ass at home. Like, you don't need to be here. Chill. We're calling a backup. I know it's week 1. You want to be there, but you're not MJ. But this week he might be feeling better. So he might show up and he might be like a whole different player. So that could change. I think Arsenal is a good goalie.
But Faisal,
No.
to be fair to Arsenal, Arsenal Butty, that is, in net for Sabr, to be fair to him, there were like a good handful of, or more than a handful of 2-on-1s that he had to try to stop, or even not clear cut breakaways. But you're not going to stop that. And when he did have a breakaway, he flashed the leather. So although he was sick, it was still interesting. It was, he tried to make the best of it.
Yeah, so no shame, no credit to Arsenal. He's an amazing goalie. I'm just saying from the chemistry and the team perspective, I think Ihsan it's a bit lopsided to Ihsan in week 2 compared to Sabr, who I still think are finding chemistry, finding the guys that they play well with, etc. And don't be too surprised if you see a scoreline that's similar to week one in this game. That's all I'm saying.
Faisal, did you want to address the jerseys?
I was going to do that after. You want me to address it right now?
Okay, no, we can do that. Well, a couple of people are asking about it in the chat, so I thought might as well
So,
just.
okay. Well, I mean, if we're on this, yeah, I was going to address it after, but obviously, if you can read on the chat on the side, bring your own jerseys tomorrow. Your GM should have reached out in the group chats, letting you know which jersey your team will be wearing. There should have been a message that went out earlier today. If not, get on your team chats, find out if you're wearing a black or white jersey. Unfortunately, there's a slim chance that we might get the jerseys tomorrow, but I cannot confirm that. To be on the safe side, bring your own jersey, and inshallah, we'll have jerseys next week.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for addressing that. The 9 o'clock game is Haya versus Ikhlas.
I
Now,
didn't even get to comment on the 8 o'clock game.
oh man, you need to comment on everything. My bad, my bad. Go ahead, please.
I got to comment on this 8 o'clock game, bro. You
I,
got
I,
Farouk
I, I,
Daya.
I, I
You
thought
got-
I
you got-
could let DC out of
don't
it, but
Farouk Daya scored in game one. We're talking about don't be fooled by the locks that he's got. He's Farouk Daya from the block. Used to score a little, now he scores a lot. I still don't know where he came from.
Maybe you should ask him
Get paid
tomorrow.
for these lyrics. I gotta get paid for these lyrics now. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think week one was just everybody just kind of
settling in.
Yeah, but to TZ's comment, softball is going to blow attendance. I think there's going to be a ton of guys that are going to be missing. A ton of guys. Like yeah. So unless guys play their game and then show up, or show up and then go play their softball game, um, yeah, attendance is going to be a bit of an issue tomorrow. So you can expect a number of guys missing.
I think we have two guys who have an early game for softball, and for whoever doesn't know, it's SC is Salam Cup softball. So yeah, it's definitely going to play a role in a lot of attendance for sure. Now Faisal and okay, so now game number 2, Haya and Ikhlas. Faisal and Abdulaziz are facing off here. But Faisal, I'm going to give you the starting word and break it down. Be nice to Abdulaziz.
Who?
Oh man.
Who?
Easy to all right. Easy.
So okay, let's start here. Haya always puts together a very hard blue collar grinder team, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, these guys like Luke, that's his style, and he's got some quick legs on there, and he's got some big bodies. Like you've got Imad Khwaja coming back, like he's a big boy. Like that guy, I saw Jose Madro trying to move him at the blue line, and it was like a 6-year-old trying to push like a grown adult out of the way. Not happening, right? You got that Hamza Gaya. That kid can run, and he's got quick hands. They're very strong on D. They're going to be a tough opponent for us. I'm not taking these guys lightly at all. You guys have a strong D, and then I'm not calling out Hussein Malik. Hussein Malik, you're good. You're great. You're awesome. Keep it up. Don't score on us. Maybe go to SC baseball. Maybe the rest of your team should go there too. Yeah. I think it's going to be a tough opponent if the whole squad shows up. I top down, solid lineup.
Yeah, no doubt. It's definitely like the Haya hustle is in full effect as always. And Hussein Malik is raring to go. Akib Malik, the Maliks are all ready to go and want to just hit the ground running. And Ikhlas just has the young guys, so it's going to be a very fun game to watch. Abdulaziz, what do you think your team needs to do to make sure that you guys get the W?
Honestly, it's just containing the speed. If we can contain the speed of Ikhlas, which is their number one weapon, I think we'll be okay, inshallah. And then if you don't let guys like well, Foster can't score, so it doesn't matter. But we just got to contain the speed and really keep them to the outside when they're driving down the wings. They'll try to force into the middle, but if you let them force into the middle, they're going to blow past our defense, including myself. But inshallah, the game, like, I would like to keep them to the outside, not let them, really get those chances to chip and like dump and chase, just because they do have the legs. But again, this team has a very solid goalie in Yusuf Muhammad in the net, and we need to just make sure that we get shots on him and really run that cycle, because in my opinion, we are the stronger team. But again, like Foster said, for us, the same way it goes back to them. We can't take them lightly. They're coming off of very outstanding 4-1 victory. So inshallah, it should be a very tight game in my opinion.
No,
Sorry,
well,
I think my question to you and your team would be which Hamza butt shows up,
We'll
right?
find out
Like
tomorrow.
that will be sort of the difference maker there,
Foster,
right?
let me put it to rest, because from what I hear is Hamza
Sure.
Butt is not showing up tomorrow. You've scared him away.
I'm not gonna say anything. That's my team. I can't say anything.
And Naeem standing up for those comments you're making earlier, man.
Here we go. Name, are you still there? Lather, rinse, and repeating.
But I gotta say that Ikhlas, as great as Yusuf Muhammad is, he hasn't been tested. So Haya might be able to put him to the test and really show how well he is and how good he is, and really work it to or take it to Ikhlas. Now, game number 3 features Iman, who came from behind to get that 3-3 tie against Taqwa, who just could not get it going against Ikhlas and facing off. So at 10 p.m., this is going to be an interesting game, and just to really see. Well, and to be honest, Taqwa was also missing Umar Mahmoud. He's nursing an injury as well, so we got to see if he's healthy enough to play, and what the game brings. So
No, he did play last week.
Umar Mahmoud, no, he wasn't there.
No, he was there. He was in the Grizzlies jersey playing for Taqwa. Yeah.
Oh, so maybe afterwards. Because I thought Asad Biko was saying that he got injured. So okay, so maybe he got injured after the fact. Okay, my bad. But
he was there.
Okay, so Faisal, why don't you break down what the potential, what the matchup's going to look like, and who you think's going to take it?
Well, let's start here. First off, congratulations to my boy Asif Bika. Had his nikah done last week Saturday, so he's a married man now, officially off the market. So congrats to you, bro. Now we've got the rest, him and the rest of the Donland squad. They're going to be rolling in. Let's see what team shows up. Like are they going to be all united? Are they going to be firing on all cylinders? I assume Umar Mohammed will be healthier, and I mean he brings a different kind of edge to that team. Look, Taqwa is solid on D, but they'll need to get some more scoring. That's what I see now. Iman, well, you've got Yasser Hussein coming off his championship summer victory. You've got some solid players there. I think Adnan Gangat and Josefa Mandra are good GMs. If they run the lines well, they will pose a threat to Taqwa.
Yeah. It's just going to be managing a lot of those egos that Iman may have, and want, a lot of those guys want to play defense and wonder who's going to step up and play forward, because that, when you actually let Josefa Mandra play back and Adnan Gangat play where he wants to play, I think defense, then you get to see a different dynamic of the team, and that's the team that brought them back to a 3-3 tie. Abdulaziz, what do you think's going to... Sorry, Faisal, you were going to say something.
Oh no, I'm like saying even Iman's got good D as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, so will Taqwa be able to score on them?
Yeah, for
Right?
sure. Abdulaziz, what is your breakdown? Because the other point of note too, I don't know if you're going to address this, but Yasser gets to play against his championship team.
Exactly. You took my words.
Oh man,
So I think in this game it's gonna be Yasser as Iman's uh, like X factor. I know he's looking very much forward to playing this team, especially considering uh, he was the last goalie to go. He thought he would have the chance to run it back with the team that he led to the championship. That was his expectation. So the fact that they passed on him and they, let him go, I don't think he took it very well or he didn't like that. So I think he's really going to come with that, that mentality of I'm going to shut them out and then I'm going to show them that you passed on me and it was your fault for passing on me. So I'm looking forward to this game. But again, I think if Asif can get those shots going again, the way he shoots from wherever on the floor, it'll be a good test for Yasser and the decor of Iman, and even the wingers of Iman that will try to cover Yasser. Or sorry, not Yasser, sorry, Asif Bika. So it'll be a very even game depending on attendance, but it could go either way. But I definitely think Iman has the chip just because Yasser is coming with that mentality to, showcase why did you guys pass on me, and this is what happens when you pass on me.
bro, I'm actually wondering if Asabika will even be allowed to come and play. Considering he's just got married and
Yeah,
it's a 10 o'clock game, it's a late game, so
it's a
for a
valid
newlywed,
point.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Past this curfew.
Yeah, exactly, right. At 10 o'clock, going into you finish at 11. What time do you get home, right? So that's definitely past curfew. So we'll see.
We'll see. Asif, are you going to come out after or what?
Oh yeah, I forget. He's just kind of in the chat and not talking. So we'll see what happens there.
He's silently watching. You know he is.
He's
You
judging
know he
us.
is.
We have the last game. We have Yakin, the winners of a 7-3 game, versus Ridha, who had a 3-3 tie. Ridha had, scoring from different players who stepped up, and they have, I believe they have. Oh shoot, I can't remember who they have in net right now.
Yusuf Kapoor.
Okay, sorry, I was thinking that, but I thought I was wrong. But so Yusuf Kapoor in net. So that's definitely going to be a tough nut to crack for Yakin. But Ridha, again, if they can get things going, and Maju didn't look so good in the first game, so who knows if that'll be the Achilles heel. But Abdulaziz, why don't you start us off so Foster can end us on the right note?
Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited about this game. I think this week, this is the game of the week for me. And the reason I say this is one, you have the best goalie in Iceland in net on Ridha's side, which Yusuf Kapoor, versus, in my opinion, the hottest line in Iceland right now, which is the Siddiqui Bros line.
I thought you were going to say Zaid Maju. I was like, buddy, you don't need to kiss.
No. Absolutely not. Don't worry. So I think it's going to be
No.
really interesting to see if the Siddiqui line can solve Kapoor. If they cannot, I think Ridha has a really good chance of winning this game. If not, it will be it will be like a very tight game in my opinion. But it could go either way in my opinion. But again, it will be a very tight game, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Yusuf Kapoor will handle the offense of Yakin.
Now, Foster, the floor is all yours.
Yes.
How do you want to break it down, man?
Okay, give me a second
Do
here.
you have another song lyric or what? What do you have for this matchup?
Zaid, this is your game here. Let's see what you're all about. I think you got really lucky week one. You got really lucky. So this is gonna be on you. We gotta see which Zaid Maju, Mr. I'm not picked last goalie, all of a sudden. Now you're talking smack and acting like, ooh, I wasn't the last one picked. But let's see what you got against Ridha. You're going up against Mr. Consistent number one. Yo, DC, stop! Just read his damn comment. Hold on. Woosah! Woosah! Not being baited into that. Yusuf Kapoor is a good goalie. He is I mean, lowest GAA on the crappiest team in the summer season, right? Consistently, he's amazing. He he stands on his head. Single-handedly can carry a team to the finals. I think he's a great goalie. So, with that being said, all right, it comes down to does Yakin have the firepower? Like with DC's trade away, Daoud Siddiqui, what happens if he scores a hat trick this game, right? Earns himself another POW, right? What if that line is firing, right? You've got you got a good balance of vets and young legs over there. So let's see what happens there, right? Oh, and then you have Naeem Shah. That's not going to be much of a difference maker there. Just shower time, lather, rinse, repeat. I'm gonna pick Ridha winning this one.
I gotta say,
That's my pick.
you keep breaking
That's my
down
pick.
you keep breaking down Naeem Shah, but he had a good season in the summer, and he's about to start off right too. So
Oh, it
we
was
shall
summer.
see, but we shall see. But you're right. Like definitely, I wasn't talking big when I got picked last, but coming off an injury, I definitely need to find a way to perform on the Ice Slam level. So, but yeah,
Let's see how you do. Let's see how you do. Like, I mean,
absolutely. I appreciate the call out.
like last game, it was you got the win, but what happens in this game, right?
Well, when it's closer, yeah, for sure.
Right. Let's see. You're facing off against Malton B squad. They send all Malton B squad and they're like, hey, you guys go play over here while we play gym league over there. Please don't come play with us. You guys go play over there. We'll call you.
Oh, poor Malton guys, poor guys. But hey, they're coming out. They're playing hard, so we shall see, inshallah. But that takes us to the
But listen,
end.
I want to say one thing before we end. If I said anything to offend you, please reach out to me directly. You can DM me. You can talk to me at the rink. My email is idgaf@gmail.com. That is I don't give a foster@gmail.com. I'm kidding. But yeah, if you don't like being called out, just come say something to me. I won't mention your name. It is all jokes, right? That's how. Just keeping it light. Just letting you guys know. All right.
Sounds good. And now he's
Well,
already on his
that's
phone.
Kesantini, Daoud, Naeem. Oh, these guys are all messaging me on this. Okay, guys, I won't talk about it. Zaid Madju, you too. Oh my goodness. Weak.
Oh, Faisal, you never cease to amaze us. Just how big your ego can get on a small screen. But that being said, Jazakallah.
Filling out this whole screen, and there's no ego.
Here,
I'm not talking about myself.
I'll give you the bigger screen that can really fill you up, man. I guess.
Whoa.
The hotter's got to go somewhere. But gentlemen, Abdulaziz, I appreciate you joining me. Faisal, I guess we had no one else to call, so we had to call you, and appreciate you joining us.
I'm glad I could fill in.
But I'll see you guys out on the rink tomorrow, and inshallah, I'll see everyone there too.
We'll see what you're all about, Zaid, tomorrow.
Sounds good.
And Abdulaziz, you're going down.
Are you going to sing Downtown or Making My Way Downtown? What are you going to sing now? No?
Okay. We'll save the singing for next week.
Sounds good. Okay, take care, gentlemen.